Learning at a distance. The purpose of this training is to highlight how to successfully navigate learning at a distance. We'll be covering topics like accessing the MyCoyote portal and how to access Canvas through the MyCoyote portal and how to download it to your mobile device. We'll go over the Canvas global navigation menu, the dashboard, which includes how to submit assignments and use discussion boards. We'll also be highlighting how to use the Zoom video conferencing platform. We will share some personal study guideline tips, motivation tips, and how to configure your Outlook calendar. To begin, you may access Canvas via the MyCoyote portal. To do this, log in using your CSUSB credentials. Once you have logged in, select the Canvas Learning Management Systems tile and launch it. Let me demonstrate this. As you can see, I have logged into the MyCoyote portal. You'll be directed to your Canvas account. At first glance, you'll notice the Canvas dashboard. But before I continue with a quick overview of the Canvas platform, I'd like to demonstrate how you can download the Canvas mobile app on your mobile device. To begin, open your App Store or Google Play Store, depending on the type of mobile device that you have. Next, search the Canvas app and download it. You'll be prompted to find your institution. In this case, it's CSU San Bernardino. Proceed by entering your CSUSB MyCoyote credentials. Once you have successfully downloaded the app, click on the Canvas icon to continue. Next, let's take a look at the courses and how they are displayed. Notice how my courses are displayed in a card view. By going on the top right-hand corner, you can change this view. You can change it to either a list view or recent activity. I'll go ahead and change it to card view again. This is my preferred method, but you may customize your dashboard as you wish. Now let's take a look at the top right-hand side pane, which shows your to-do list. Everything that is happening and everything that is due soon will be listed here. If you scroll down, you'll notice that you have your recent feedback as well. On the left-hand side, you'll notice some icons. Let's take a look at these. You have your account information, which you can customize your notifications, your profile, and much more. The dashboard shows the courses that you are enrolled in, and your groups will list every group that you are part of. Keep in mind that anything pertaining to your group will be listed in this group view activity. The calendar view allows you to view your classes along with important due dates. Notice that once an assignment has been completed and submitted, it'll reflect with the strike-through. You can also customize your calendar view by week, month, and agenda. And you can create new events directly by using this plus sign. Your inbox will contain messages from your professor or any of your colleagues directly in this section, and your history will reflect all of your recent history. You're encouraged to explore the Canvas dashboard and customize as you wish. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to select one of my current courses, and I'll quickly demonstrate how to view the course. I'll select Public Administration 5010. I'm going to go ahead and exit from these messages to continue. The course title is Administrative Leadership. In the dashboard, you get an overview of the actual course. The first thing that I want to highlight is the announcements. Any announcement will be listed directly in this page. Next, we have the syllabus link. When you click on the syllabus, you can scroll down and view the entire syllabus. It also gives you a course summary along with the due dates for your upcoming assignments. Now let's take a look at the modules link. You'll notice that the modules are broken up by week. On the first module, you'll have your typical best practices, your expectations, accessibility, and technology requirements. Module 1 and everything pertaining to this module will be listed directly in this section. Take a look at the due date for this module, and as you continue to scroll down through the modules, you'll notice that everything is broken up by week. This is a nice way to keep everything organized. Your assignments link will show your upcoming assignments. When you're ready to submit your assignment, select the link, and then from here, select your submission type. The submission type will depend on how your professor created the course. The discussion board is a place where you and your professor, along with your classmates, can have discussions. You can have your discussions directly on this page. Your professor will let you know if the discussion board will be used. Now let's look at Zoom. If your professor created a Zoom link through the Canvas, you'll see it in the Zoom links section. You can join your meeting directly from here. Additional information on how to join Zoom will be presented later on in this video. Now let's take a look at the grades link. The grades page will show all of your grades along with the statuses. If there are any comments that the professor has provided, you'll be able to look at that directly here. The people's link shows the class roster. And the last link is the SOTIs. The SOTIs is a class climate that allows you to submit an anonymous survey regarding your course and your professor. Please keep in mind that the class climate survey is confidential and you are encouraged to participate. Your feedback is appreciated. If you have any questions about the way that the course is set up, please contact your professor directly. Each professor will set up the course the way that they prefer. So your professors will give you instructions on how to navigate Canvas if they will be using the platform for instruction. If you have any technical questions or have some challenges with the platform, you are encouraged to contact the Technology Support Center via email at support@csusb.edu or by submitting a ticket using the information provided below.
Accessing Zoom. There are a number of ways in which a student can access Zoom. First, through Canvas. Second, through your MyCoyote portal. Third, by downloading the desktop application. And fourth, via mobile device. To access Zoom through Canvas, log into MyCoyote and click on the Canvas tile. Select Courses from the menu, then open a course under the Current Courses list. Your professor will either have the Zoom link in their syllabus or in the course navigation menu. Zoom will launch in the Canvas window. Click the Join a Meeting link from the top of the menu and enter either the meeting ID, join URL, or personal link name into the prompt box. This information is provided by the meeting host or organizer. Click Join to join the Zoom meeting. To access Zoom through your MyCoyote portal, log in with your credentials. Then select the Collaborate tile. Next, select the Zoom video conferencing tile to launch your Zoom account. From here, you can adjust your profile and settings, schedule meetings, and join meetings as previously shown. To download the Zoom application directly to your desktop, navigate to the Information Technology Services software webpage at csusb.edu/its/software. Select the Student Software tile. Then locate Zoom video conferencing in the list of available software. Click the Download Zoom button. Then select Download under Zoom Desktop Client. This will run the install package to your desktop. Complete the necessary steps in the Zoom installer to finish installation and get started using the desktop application. If you would like to access Zoom using a mobile device, you can do so by using the MyCoyote mobile app, or you can also download the Zoom app directly from your device's app store. Mobile navigation. Use of the Zoom mobile application is a great way to quickly join meetings and calls. To access all features, sign in to your account with single sign-on, or also referred to as SSO. Enter the company domain CSUSB to be routed to the MyCoyote login page. Provide your MyCoyote credentials and click Login. After signing in, click Meet and Chat for the following meeting features. New Meeting, which launches an instant meeting using your personal meeting room. Join, to join a meeting by providing the meeting ID.
Now let's take a look at personal study guidelines for your workspace. You'll need to find a place in your home that is quiet and comfortable. If you can find a place close to the window, the sunshine and light will help you feel at ease. Make sure that you have a way of telling your family that you'll be working in quiet for a period. A door is best, but sometimes even a sign that you wish to be left alone could help. Whether or not you prefer to study in silence is your choice. However, it is best to secure some quiet time when you might have time to participate in a live conference with your professor. Motivation is important. Motivation is what drives you and pushes you and keeps you engaged in any tasks. It is maintained through one, proper attitude, and two, determination. There are two types of mindsets we can cultivate, one that embraces problems as opportunities to learn, and one that avoids them, often after fear to fail. People that avoid conflicts can be described as having a fixed mindset. Those who see problems as interesting challenges have a growth mindset. Think about these two types of mindset and embrace problems as opportunities to learn. Time management. When you're learning at a distance, it's also important to think about time management. Below are some tips to help keep you from falling into a procrastination trap. It's important for you to acknowledge that the course will require at least 6 hours per week and commit to putting in that time. Log into your online course at least 4 times a week. Enter the specific days and times you will work on the course on a calendar. You'll be more likely to do it if it's scheduled just like a meeting. Try not to schedule time to work on the course too close to the due dates. Try to work ahead to allow for possible technical problems. And read through your assignments clearly and in advance so you have time to ask your instructor questions. Keep in mind that most instructors try to respond within 48 hours. Outlook calendar. As a CSUSB student, you have free access to the entire Office 365 suite, including your Outlook calendar. Your calendar is a powerful tool for time management. What is best is that you can integrate your personal calendar, whether it be your Google Calendar, that comes with your Gmail account, into Outlook so that you can see all your events and deadlines in the same place. To configure your calendar, you may do so by following these steps. And if you have any questions, you may contact the Technology Support Center. Change your offline access setting. You can use your Outlook on your laptop or desktop computer when you're not connected to the internet. Email, calendar, and other items are kept in an Outlook data file on your computer so that you can work offline. You may also set up the duration of this setting if you wish to do so. To do this, go to the File menu in Outlook, click Account Settings, and in the Account Settings dialog box, with the Email tab selected, click Change. In the Offline Settings section, move the slider to select how long you want to keep mail on your computer for offline access, and just proceed with this step. Log into the MyCoyote portal and go to your student email. Once you're in your email, you may click on the 9 little dots on the top to open your calendar.
Tips for successful online learning. Communicating online. Effective communication is an essential part of college success. Asking questions, sharing ideas, and reflecting on your learning is especially important in college courses. Your instructors expect you to ask questions if you don't understand something and also expect you to contribute to class discussions. Effective communication helps you connect, learn, research, and share ideas. When you communicate with others, learning becomes collaborative, experimental, and authentic. Communication at its best is cooperative and beneficial, creating an environment where each student has a voice and all students participate as active members of a learning community. The online environment has a unique set of benefits and challenges, and it is critical that you learn to communicate effectively in online classes. Benefits. In the online environment, each student has an equal voice. Students who are usually shy and don't speak out in a regular classroom have an opportunity to voice their ideas and be heard. Students who tend to speak out more often have an opportunity to listen to others. Everyone has the opportunity to reflect on their own and others' contributions to the discussion, and students can return to the discussion at any time to review something they found valuable. Most importantly, in classes where students don't physically see each other, a strong sense of community can develop through online communication. Communication in an online learning community. In your online or virtual class, you will encounter at least 2 different types of communication. Communication with your instructor. As a student at CSUSB, you are expected to participate in your own learning. This means that it is your job to understand course elements, materials, and assignments. If you don't understand something, your instructor will expect you to ask questions. Asking questions, seeking help, and getting the resources you need are important to your success. The sooner you communicate with your instructor, the better. Your online instructors will also likely provide an ask and answer discussion forum that allows you to ask questions in your online class. Usually, there are other students with the same questions, so everyone benefits. Communication with fellow students. A great way to learn is to share ideas with your classmates and thoughtfully consider differing perspectives and viewpoints to delve deeper into your subject matter. Online course discussions serve to enhance your understanding of course material. Successful communication allows for cooperative group environments where each student's voice is heard and all perspectives are welcome. Good communication is essential for developing an online learning community.
Now let's move on to discussion board guidelines. Many online courses utilize discussion forums in Canvas and social media. This allows students to share ideas and reflect on their learning. Many instructors use social media in their courses to build community and supplement learning. Increasingly, employers and institutions have expectations that prospective employees and applicants for graduate school have some type of online professional presence, as well as digital literacy and communication skills. Your first online college course can help you begin to develop your own online presence as a member of the CSUSB learning community. The following tips can help you communicate well online. Read through each one to enhance your development as a positive digital citizen. Be professional, clear, and respectful. Clear and effective writing translates to clear and effective communication. Consider the purpose of your communication and your audience. Use a respectful tone and adhere to the same rules you would follow in traditional classrooms. Use proper grammar, spelling, and formatting, and check all of your communication before clicking the send button. Avoid emotionality and all capital letter statements and keep communication meaningful and to the point. Remember that you are beginning to develop your professional online presence. Read what you've written out loud. If you aren't sure it will be perceived as respectful, rewrite it. Read and formulate responses carefully in discussion forums. When you read communication written by other students, take the time to thoughtfully examine it, considering all points and the possibility that they express doesn't convey their intention to help you avoid confusion and prepare you for valid responses. Before you respond, take the time to research your own facts and provide citations for information stated within your communication. This promotes a robust academic environment and adds credibility to your contributions. If given the option, consider recording an audio or video post. Our facial expressions and voice tone can add context to your response and help others see and or hear your intent. Metacognition, monitoring your learning. Metacognition is an awareness of the conditions conducive to your best learning, specifically your preferred medium of learning, whether it be visual, verbal, or auditory. Your specific learning strategies for enhancing your understanding and retention, whether it be creating flashcards, etc., and your emotional response to the learning material, both positive and negative. By understanding yourself metacognitively, you can root out ineffective study habits and find some effective study strategies that enable you to stay focused for longer periods of time, retain motivation, and become more active in the learning process. This in turn will enhance retention, skill, and enable new discoveries about the subject matter. To do this effectively, one needs to understand their preferred medium, specific learning strategies connected to that medium, and their emotional response to the coursework and learning material. Let us examine these three. Medium. A medium or modality refers to how the information is presented, text only, in video format, through pictures, reading, combination of multiple media. If you know your preferred medium, you can always search for an alternative in your medium of choice or ask your professor. Study strategies. Study strategies refer to the specific learning and study practices that help you better remember and understand the material, such as flashcards, writing notes, self-quizzing, visualization, summarizing, etc. Different learning strategies are more closely associated with the different media, though not all strategies, depending on how they are used, are mutually exclusive. For example, mental visualization strategies, flashcards, and concept maps work best with visual learning. Other strategies, such as listing, could be either verbal or visual, depending if whether you verbalize information to retain it or to retain a mental image of that list's contents. Emotions. Emotion plays a key role in metacognition. If you have positive emotional associations with your professor or the subject matter of a class, you'll spend more time engaging with the material. Conversely, if your emotional associations with the class are negative, you'll tend to spend less time and motivation is destroyed. Metacognitive awareness can improve emotion and motivation in return. Specifically, negative emotions that ruin motivation can be rooted in bad study habits that do not assist the learner or correspond to the preferred medium of learning delivery. Therefore, taking time to understand the efficacy of one's study habits through analysis of one's preferred medium is crucial to determine which work for you and which can be adopted. Consequently, using better study strategies upon this reflection will not only improve results but improve attitude. Improved attitude can augment learning even more through improved perceived self efficacy and lead to increased motivation. Self discipline for success. All courses require self discipline and self control to do well. Sometimes you may have to delay the gratification of a chat with your friend or watching a movie so that you can stay engaged with the material in order to succeed. It is specifically true in online classes where you may not have reminder of assignments and due dates by simply attending class in person. Understanding how you will learn will help you exercise self-discipline. As you take time to understand and reflect on your thought and study process, you are also regulating how you study by choosing the study practices that work best for you. Staying on task and finding study strategies that work for you will help you study more effectively and for longer periods of time. Better strategies enable more motivation and focus. Therefore, it becomes easier to enact self discipline. Congratulations, you have completed the Learning at a Distance course. We thank you for taking this course and we hope that it will help you thrive in your online courses. For any technical support that you may need, you may contact the Technology Support Center via phone at 909-537-7677 by email at support@csusb.edu.